Hey guys, hope you're all doing fantastic today. It looks a tad bit gloomy out. It's like only 1:30 right now, and I don't know if we're just getting a lot of overcast today or what, but it feels like it's like 6 or 7, or closer to 6 with how dark it's getting. It's not really showing that well on the camera because it's lighting it up a lot more, but it's actually really dark outside. So what I'm gonna do for the advent calendar, since we have 4 of them now, instead of actually just showing them, like me opening the little compartments for them, I'm just gonna take out the 4 things and show you guys, just so to save us a little bit of time. Otherwise the whole video is just going to be nothing but me opening cardboard cutouts. So let's take care of the advent calendar stuff, and then I got some stuff to share with you afterwards. So for the Star Wars one, we actually I mentioned yesterday when I was building that one that it almost looked like the Mandalorian ship. Well, this one actually is the Mandalorian ship. It's the N1 Starfighter. I really like this one. I like the overall aesthetic of it. It looks like a little Star Wars model. It's really cool. I think if I were to ever, like, I don't know if I'm going to keep all these together. I probably will. But, like, if I was to make, like, in the Lego City, if I was to make, like, a comic book shop or a toy store, or even in the Lego store, like, having this as a model in the store would actually be a legit thing. Like, it's cool. I like this one a lot. And I hope we get more like this, too. The Lego City one, I'm a little about. I mean, it's a reindeer or a deer, but that's it. I was kind of hoping for a minifigure at this point, because we're now 2 days in without a minifigure. Maybe getting one tomorrow on day 4. But it's okay. I mean, I like the antler thing. I don't really have many of those pieces, so I may end up using that for something. But it's okay. I mean, maybe putting this as decoration. Like, you know how like people have the light up deers in the front yard. Maybe putting that in the town square area on the front with some snow around it or lights, maybe brighten it up. I think that'd be pretty cool. But I'm kind of 50-50 on this one. Now, I saw something online talking about the Harry Potter one, and this one is the Honeydukes counter. I like how they're building on the whole area of Honeydukes in the store, and I'm hoping we can maybe get a couple more for Honeydukes, and then maybe branch off into the neighboring store. I love that they're building on the whole Hogsmeade thing. It's really cool, and I love that. Somebody complained online saying there wasn't really anything magical about this one, and I get it, because with the first one that we got, you got the chocolate frog, you got the natural printed piece for the beans, and I get it. It's got more of the magical stuff on this one, but this one isn't bad. I like the use of the clear modified blocks on the inside, or the L pieces on the inside to hold the cherries. You got some like cupcakes right in the counter and a plate. Yeah, but overall I'm not totally upset with this one. I think it's still pretty cool. If you have the counter like that, and then you had Harry Potter on the other, I'm kind of interested to see what other minifigures we're going to get for the Harry Potter set. But this is cool. I like it. And then for Bluey, we got a sticker. It's for kids. I get that. So I'm more pumped about the Lego ones than I am for the Bluey one. But yeah, we got a little present sticker. As you can probably tell by my window right there, it is much later in the day. Got a little caught up watching football games, and they were fun. They were fun to watch. But I am going to see Godzilla -1 tomorrow, which I'm really pumped about because I've heard a lot of good things about it. If you are able to see it, let me know what you think about it. It's not out for a long time. In fact, the theater that I'm going to see it at, it's only there for 3 days, and I think it's only in the US for like a little over a week. So if you're able to see it, let me know what you think about it, or what you think about the new Godzilla and King Kong trailer. Leave it in the comment section below. It is now the next day, and Godzilla -1, that's a good movie. That is a darn good movie. I loved it because it's a fresh take on the original Godzilla movie. It takes place literally right at the very end of World War II, like after all the nuclear testing. It shows, I think it gives like a slight hint of his creation, when the US was testing nuclear stuff off of, what was that, Bikini, I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically almost like Bikini Bottom in SpongeBob. That's actually based off a real location where the US would do nuclear testing. It shows just a small glimpse of that, so I think that was kind of like the hint that that's where he's from, or made. But for anyone who doesn't like spoilers, you might want to click ahead a little bit, unless you plan on watching the movie. So, things I liked about this movie were that the CGI made Godzilla look really good. I mean, that was a really good looking Godzilla. Two, hearing his authentic roar, hearing his theme song again, that was cool. I like that they kind of went away from the oxygen destroyer in the first one, because in the first film, while Godzilla was in the water, they dropped a oxygen destroyer bomb, which basically evaporated all the oxygen in that body of water, killing all the aquatic life in it. But then at the end of the movie, you saw Godzilla's bones at the end, or at the bottom of the bay, I guess he was in in that film. But in this one, they didn't do that. They went more of a realistic approach. They had some kind of a gas, I can't remember what they called it again. Basically, it went underneath him, sank him to the bottom so quick. If that didn't work, if he didn't get injured from that, from diving way too fast and his body not being able to take the pressure that quickly, they rose him to the surface just as fast. So, I mean, that's actually physically stuff that can kill you in the water. If you go down too fast, if you go up too fast, that can permanently damage you. And I love that they touched on that, and I love that they went that route. The human aspect of it was very well done. Like, right now is a really good time to be a Godzilla fan, because Apple has something on their programming for the newer Godzilla with Monarch, and then you have the new Godzilla vs. Kong movie coming out that they just popped the trailer for, and then they have this Godzilla, which, I mean, Godzilla is seeing a big resurgence right now, and I love it. As a Godzilla fan my whole life, this is awesome. But if you are going to go see it, let me know in the comment section below, and we need to hop into the advent calendar, because I haven't touched those yet, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what we get. I'm hoping for some more minifigures. So for the Bluey one, they went really simple with a mug. We already have one of the characters being Bluey herself, and this is, I wonder if they're actually going to come with something to put in it. I mean, there's two holes, so I'm taking it, are we building like a scene with it? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But then we get a Sirius Black wanted poster for Harry Potter, which is really cool. And for Star Wars, we get a little pit droid, which, I mean, it somewhat looks like a pit droid, the top and everything, but leg-wise, I don't know. I mean, I get it. It does resemble a pit droid. They like working with, obviously, pit droids. They like working in the pit with different machines and different ships. So that's pretty neat. And then for the Lego City, this is actually the first hockey player I have. That's the first hockey stick, everything. So I'm really excited about this one. I'm glad we got a figure for this. Comes with a little hockey puck too. If we do a winter theme, I'm half tempted to do a little skating rink and get like maybe 3 or 4, like maybe 3 more of him, or with the colors, and then finding another team, maybe one's wearing red or green, and having like a little hockey rink. I think that would be really neat. So I'm really digging that right now, as well as the Hogsmeade section that we're constantly building on right now with the Sirius Black stuff. The festive Star Wars stuff and the Bluey stuff is just really cool to have regardless. So I'm really looking forward to what we see in the rest of these advent calendars. Well, hello. Another day. Hope you're all doing fantastic. I kind of, it's not really a breakthrough with house hunting. It's just that I'm kind of expanding it a little bit to this point. I'm at the point where everything, I think I mentioned this before, but everything is basically on the table as far as options. And it's not off the table until the option is proven not to be a feasible thing. So like building versus buying, getting in a regular house over a condo with an HOA again. So yeah, basically everything is on the table right now, and I'm currently going through and expanding things and taking things away depending on how I like it. So for example, I was talking to my hygienist when I went into the dentist yesterday, and I think it was yesterday. No, today's Wednesday, so it would have been Monday, where she ended up getting a house, paying about what she thought she should have paid for it, because it needed a ton of work done on it, but the house itself is only like 750 square feet or something like that, so it's on the smaller side, but she's also single, and it's fitting for a single person. Like it's not a huge abundance of square footage that she's not going to know what to do with, right? And I'm kind of thinking about taking that route, to be honest with you, because a 1,200 square foot ranch, which is only 100 square foot bigger than my condo, and it is something theoretically I should be able to afford. But houses like that in Wisconsin, once they hit the market, they're swept up within days. Like, the market is not going down whatsoever, despite what people say or might tell you. The market, I don't feel, is going to fix itself for maybe another couple years. The 3 houses that I tried to put appointments in for, all 3 of them were canceled within hours because they already took offers. I don't know how to combat that when I can't dish out more money because I can't afford that. So I'm trying to expand it and, like, well, okay, maybe, yeah, my condo was like 1,100 square feet, I think it was, and it would have been perfect, except that it didn't have a basement. So what if I maybe dip down into 800-900 square feet, but it came with a basement and I could finish the basement? Like, I would have no Legos up on the first floor. They would be all down in the basement when it's all finished. I may be able to have space down there for video games, like having a nice little game section. That might limit the size of the Lego city that we build. I don't know. There's a bunch of different options I need to look at. So I'm gonna look a little deeper into that over the next week, 2 weeks, see how it goes. But we do need to catch up on 2 days worth of advent calendar stuff. So let's jump into those and see what we get. I'm hoping for more minifigures. It's been kind of a lull with that right now. So let's see what we get. For the Bluey calendar, we get Bingo and a Christmas hat. But as far as I know, Bluey and Bingo are the only 2 actual characters in this advent calendar. So we already knocked off both of them. So let's take a look at the Lego calendars. The Lego City advent calendar options are awesome. I love them. I do have, I think, better options for a goalie for hockey, or a goal for hockey. So I may end up just scrapping that one, or maybe adding pieces to it. I'm not totally sure. But this is actually, you could probably see it from this angle a little better. It's a ice bird, or a bird ice sculpture. Yeah, a bird ice sculpture. I like the use of the translucent blue. I also like the crystal because let's see if I can take the bird off. Nope. So it's maybe a little hard to see, but there's actually a stud on top of that ice piece right there. And what I like about that, the older ice and crystal pieces that I have, they're just basic crystal pieces. Like, there's no stud on it whatsoever. So that's like that's a straight decorative piece. There's nothing you can add to it. Whereas these actually have a stud up on top and an opening so that you can put something like this little ice bird sculpture on top of it. So I think that's a really cool design. I don't know when they started doing that, but that's really cool, and I wish they would have done that when I was a little kid. So for Star Wars, fans of the Clone Wars will probably know this one a lot better than I do. This is a clone turbo tank, or I guess another name for it was a HAVW A6 Juggernaut, from what I found out. I had no idea what this one was, so if you watch Clone Wars and that's in the movie, or the show, sorry, let me know. I really need to watch that cartoon. That's really cool. But then we also got a minifigure, which I'm really pumped about because I love getting Stormtrooper minifigures. This is a 212th Clone Trooper. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's really cool. And then for Harry Potter, we get Ron Weasley, so another figure, which is really cool. And then a little wand stand. According to what I read online, might be more of like a novelty, like for one of the stores down in Hogsmeade, where it's got more jokester type stuff, like not the store that the Weasleys have, just an everyday store that people can go to and like get novelty wands, or I think they call these firecrackers, the 2 things in between the wands. So they could be firecrackers, just basic toy wands. I think it's really cool though, and a little better than the one we got a couple days ago. I think it was, where there wasn't really anything magic on it per se, except for like the ice cream, and that was it. It just looked like a counter. So it's cool to see magic-based stuff for this one. I'm really happy for it. Alright guys, so I hope you're all doing fantastic today. This is actually Eric from the future. As I'm editing this video, I realized that I never made an outro, so my apologies for that. As you can probably already tell, some of the advent calendar days are a little behind. Like right now, when you guys see this, you're probably going to be a good 5 days ahead of this current one, which I'm working on getting caught up, but the issue came with work piling up a little bit at the beginning, and now that I actually have time, I can actually edit everything and put it out in a timely manner. So I'm hoping within the next few days to be really caught up with everything, so that when they do get sent out, you're only like maybe a day late type of a thing, a day or 2 late. but that's my main goal. So now that I actually have some time to work on them, along with all of the gaming videos every single day that I pump out. So again, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, more the merrier, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care and peace out.